Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Cole playing Olaroon Dawnseeker, the ASMR Paladin.
I'm Megan, playing Sarai Landir, the Eladrin Glamour Bard.
I'm Eric, and I'm playing Sirach, the Arakakra Horizon Walker Ranger.
Howdy y'all, I'm Maz. I'll be playing Talroth Oakenblade, the Wood Elf Scout.
And I'm Kez, and I'm going to be playing Treasure Nightcrafter, the Tiefling Fighter.
All right, everybody. We have just a couple of quick announcements before we get into tonight's adventure. Meg, why don't you take us away?
So tonight, as always, we are sponsored by Norse Foundry. Norse Foundry! They're an absolutely wonderful dice company. As I'm sure most of you know, they do metal dice, they do gemstone dice, they do dice boxes with Elderwood Academy. Highly recommend them. And if you use our special promo code REPRPG, you get 15% off of your order, which is amazing. And also, I think it's very fitting since today is the 15th and the Ides of March.
Yeah.
So go ahead and stab your order in the back and get 15% off.
Ooh, sounds good.
I love every time I see a picture on March 15th of just a salad bowl with a shit ton of knives in it, and it's always Caesar salad, and it always makes me giggle.
There's one in Discord right now.
Oh, very well done.
No wonder I was giggling.
So there is that, and then we do want to let you guys know this Wednesday night we are going to continue our journey through the breach playing Malifaux. Definitely check that out. And Eric, would you be so kind as to tell us just a little bit about the archives?
The archives. Now, let me tell you, folks, sometimes you can't be there for the entire show on Monday, and sometimes you want to know what our characters are thinking about what has just happened this past week. And if you ever find yourself in those situations, I implore, beg, and suggest you go over to Thursday and watch our show here on Thursday. It's called The Archives. It's a talkback show with myself and Megan, where we talk about things that happened this past week. We talk about interesting character reactions. We sometimes bring folks on from the show and ask them deep diving personal questions about their characters that they weren't thinking they were going to have to answer. We'd love to have you. Show starts at right around 7:30 and it's about an hour long. It's a great show and love to have you come watch it.
Awesome. It is very much a good time. So thank you guys so much. Also, to let you know, we are going to, you're going to want to stay tuned to the socials in just about 2 weeks. We have the channel's anniversary. It is our 3rd anniversary. Yes. Yeah, 19, 20, 21, 3rd anniversary. So we will have completed 3 years. And so, yes, we're going to be doing something big for that. We're making some plans currently. We're going to be having some giveaways. We're going to be doing some fun things. Definitely keep your eyes and ears open and peeled for all of that goodness.
I'm so proud of the channel. It's walking, it's starting to talk, it's learning its letters and colors and shapes.
Well, yeah, I mean, it did feel like last year dropped it on its head, but it's up and going. So we
have object permanence.
Yeah, we put a helmet on it. We're gonna keep trying.
If you can survive that first trip through the dishwasher, you can survive anything, really.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. That's what does it. So, yeah, let's dive in, shall we? Our adventure takes place in lands of Lickdrocht beyond the western mountains, as our heroes have crossed the Great Ward that separates the civilized eastern lands of Lickdrocht from the wild and untamed lands of the west. Our heroes are members of the Archivists. They are members of the Magnus Exploratorium, out on a great quest to reach an ancient mythical place of power known as the Forge. They are currently delving through the Black King's fortress, citadel, Tig, whatever dwarven stronghold it is. Last week they discovered that This place is mostly deserted, destroyed, pretty well picked over. The battles here are ancient, although some magics do still remain that animate the dead and drive them even beyond their living moments, right? Also, they have discovered that that those ancient battles were once fought not just between dwarves and giants and dragons, but that there was a coalition of dwarves and giants on one side defending this place, and subjugated giants and dragons and other creatures on the assaulting side. So the corpses that exist here, kind of interesting. They also discovered evidence of a behir, an ancient, I don't know, ancient, but a creature once raised by giants in long ago times, dedicated to killing dragons, hating dragons. So that is their current wonder. They discovered a very large key, probably giant-sized key on a dwarf, but was dubbed the Key of Bonking, if I am not mistaken. Yes, the Key of Bonking, because it could be wielded as a bludgeoning weapon. Bludgeoning weapon's very good against skeletons, it turns out. So, yes, Eric.
I would like to point out that on Thursday on the archives, Megan and I found out that bonking means something completely different to one of our new viewers from Australia.
Sure does mean fucking.
And was very confused as we kept talking about the key of bonking that one of our people was using against a horde of skeletons. I want to see that game.
No, you
That's
don't.
That's Friday nights, and yeah, the only way to destroy the bone is to become the bone.
You'll find that on Camster.
Oh, well, we're not on Camster yet.
Sorry.
You're good. You're fine. So, when last we left off, you guys were actually making some decisions as to whether or not we were doing your best to travel simply straight through this ancient dwarven stronghold that has its own set of dangers, or if you guys were going to attempt to pursue the central chamber where you hope to find the other end of this key, and what it goes to. So I had taken some votes from everybody. Now, it should be noted that the central chamber is not exactly. They're both west, right? Either you go straight west, straight through the mountain, as best you can figure, and attempt to preserve yourself and your friends that are in the caravan. Just the idea being, you guys are about 15 minutes ahead of them, right? They're a room behind. So you guys, it is still the same day as we began this dungeon crawl. But you guys have had the chance to switch out some party members and get some fresh people on the field. So, currently, it is pretty much a tie because you're gonna have to go west for much of it. Cole, Olaroon, and Eric, Barak. I would like you guys to first make survival checks for me.
Are we considered in mountains?
You are under a mountain.
Which is part of mountainous terrain.
Sure. All right. I'll give it to you for this.
I mean, it's only for survival checks that I get to play that game, so.
I know.
Okay, that didn't help at all. Cool. So that's gonna be, okay.
14.
Okay.
And a 12 for me.
Okay. And as you are working with the group, I would like each of you to tell me, would you like them to guide the group through directly to the west, directly through the mountain and the Black King's summer home? Or would you like to attempt to suss out that chamber? You personally. Yep.
Me personally, I'm always one for sussing out whatever I can in an area. It's the unfortunate completionist in me.
Okay. Eric?
Eric wants to suss. Sirach is super scared of Bahir in all generalities, shapes, forms, and understandings.
Okay.
So he's going to vote. So Sirach's going to vote no.
Rock votes no. Megan?
Oh.
You jerks! You absolute jerks! Fuck you!
I'd say I feel bad, but I'd be lying.
Would you like some time to think about it?
We're going to the central chamber.
Okay. Understood.
Fuck you guys.
All right. Good to know. You guys have taken a short rest. You've regrouped. You're just leaving one of those chambers. We're going to move through some of the... This is a very big network of rooms, of... this is less Dwarven Fortress, a little more Dwarven and Giant, as in the group of people, also size, almost city-like, right? It is a network of varying different rooms that stretch seemingly far to the north, far to the south, and throughout this mountain range. And a lot of these chambers, some of them are, you could tell that they were used as gathering halls, dining halls. Some of them were just sort of like large open marketplaces where people would sort of wheel in goods and things. As we are proceeding forward, what is your marching order? Just to remind you, the halls here are about 20 to 30 feet wide. They're 60 feet tall, pretty consistently. They don't really get much taller than that. They get a little shorter, but 10, maybe 20 feet at most. And the narrower halls are 20 feet at the smallest, right? So who's in the front? Who's in the back? Or are you guys walking in? I'm gonna say OK Corral style, just everybody side by side,
Shoulder to shoulder.
shoulder to shoulder.
In slow motion.
Yeah.
I'll be playing Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll probably start scouting ahead a little bit, just hood up. Anything that could rattle on me, I'm locking it down so it doesn't make noise.
Mm-hmm.
Just mask up, just to kind of pretty much to hide as much of myself as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Even shifting the color of the glamored armor to kind of trying to match the surroundings as best I can.
Okay.
I am short of trying to cast invisibility. I am trying to not be seen.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'll try to stay maybe about. No, because if I have to interact with something or run, yeah. Because I'm still going to be keeping an eye out, just looking for any sort of traps. And if I even smell the Bahir, I want to be able to just blitz back quick and let everybody know.
Heard.
So, Tyrell scouting ahead. Who's next in line?
Me.
Cole. Okay. Anybody next to or who's behind Cole?
I'm behind Cole.
You're behind Cole? Okay. Next in line?
I will be bringing up the rear.
So
I see
Soraya.
Soraya is dealing
Yes.
with mosquitoes.
Yes, understood.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds good. Are all of you attempting stealth, or is it just Balroth?
All of us.
Okay.
Ooh, this is gonna get ugly.
All right. Everybody make me stealth checks, please.
Disadvantage.
I mean, hard same.
Ooh.
Hey, that's not the worst.
That's a 5.
Okay.
18.
17.
25.
4.
Team heavy armor for the win.
Mhm. Okay. Sounds good.
I need to get plate when I get a chance to.
I stealth like a fucking red dragon.
We can maybe get played in the central chamber.
Maybe.
Don't
You
laugh at
never
me,
know.
Cody Stone. Don't you dare. And the rest of you shouldn't have put this on me. I'm just saying. I crumple under decisions like a flan in a cupboard. You bastards.
Now I want flan, thanks.
Ball. Talroth.
Not a flan fan?
Not really. Make me a perception check. Use your passive as the floor.
All of us?
Talroth specifically because he is up in front and he is actively scouting. So.
That is another 25.
Okay. Nice. Nicely done. As you are working your way down one of these hallways, you find the next door up ahead. It's at the edge of your dark vision. Are any of you carrying or utilizing a light source of any kind? I see the goggles. I see head shakes. No. Olaroon, do you need light?
No.
Okay, great. Just double checking. So Talroth, right at the edge of your 60-foot dark vision, you can see the doors of the next chamber. It's already smashed in. A little bit of rubble there. Not quite the hill mountain you had to climb a room or two back. We're going to say you guys have moved a little bit since then. You're moving quickly. You're moving quietly as best you can. The stone flooring and uncurtained walls. There are very few tapestries left. There's very few fabric. Not much to deaden the sound in a place like this, right? So there's a bit of echo, but the whole place has sort of a hollow, echoing white noise to it a little bit. You after you guys had explored that last chamber, you kind of came to realize whatever skittering or whatever noises you had heard were probably further away than you had initially believed, right? Sound travels very far here, but it gets mixed up with a lot of other things, right? Just little, even small sounds of like a water drip into a chamber or two ahead can sort of fill the space as you are going. So you get up, seeing into the edge of this next chamber, and you can see that this chamber is so far probably the largest chamber that you have seen. It is, I'm gonna say, well, your dark vision doesn't carry far enough. But what you do see is that as you approach the threshold where your vision is stretching past the door frame, this looks unlike the completely finished and worked stone in sort of previous areas. This looks like a large square still remained work chamber up here, but you see the floor sort of disappear into a natural, or how close do you want to get? Let's go with that. I'm going to say you're like 55 feet from what you perceive to be the edge at this point.
I'll probably get maybe about 20, 30 feet away at first, and then just listen, see if anything else comes up, or...
Sure. So there is some noise in the chamber, sort of just echoey noise. Even with the 25, you can hear that there might be things down below, might be some things overhead. You're seeing just the edge, almost the edge of the ceiling, right? Looks like these are slightly steepled roofs, and you can kind of make out, because you rolled so well, that the where it steeples looks like these are almost like vents, right? Like smoke, or it might actually go all the way to the surface. They're small. A halfling might be able to squeeze up through them as they climbed up. Getting to about 25 feet from the edge, and when you're looking in here, you can tell this room is massive. It extends east and west, or excuse me, you're traveling west, so north and south, beyond your 60-foot vision. And as you look down, it looks like this is kind of like a quarry. They're sort of ramps that you can see working their way down and around. And it looks like there's an edge you guys could follow to stay up here. Maybe. You can't see, or you may have to travel down the quarry, right, to the bottom to get across to the other side and continue on.
All right. I'll just carefully move up to the edge, just quietly, carefully, and just take a peek.
Okay. You look down. You can see that there are sort of quarry ramps. It looks like it goes beyond your dark vision. Although you can tell with the slope, right? It does seem you haven't seen the bottom yet, but it looks like that there was enough room to tread for giants to walk. So they're all about 20 feet at least in depth, and so you can see it work. Like it looks safe to traverse there. I would also let you know, you get the feeling just from the way this quarry is kind of set up, not as it just a strip quarry, but actually that's as far as you got. The limitations of your dark vision kind of holding back from giving you a full view of this place, right? So. Well.
All right, so yeah, I'll come back to everyone else, just kind of fill them in on what I saw. So, what do y'all think?
Well, I think we just have to continue on. I don't really know what our other options are in this case.
I think your biggest option to decide right now is if you want to try to skirt the edge and hope that there's a connecting piece that goes east to west, or if you guys want to begin the descent down and across. Or find some other clever solution.
Can I take a look and see if there's anything sketchy about like the lower area, like we're setting ourselves up?
Yeah. You can make a perception check, use your passive as a floor, and then tell me what sort of specifically you're kind of looking for, because or looking to see if there's not, right?
So I'll roll the perception check first because this could all be a moot point.
Sure.
And it is, because that's a 5.
Well, use your passive as a floor. You at least have a 10 or 11.
It's a 10.
Okay. What were you checking for?
So I was looking to see if there's any, like, evidence of, like, essentially ambushes happening in that spot. Like, if there was any evidence of, like, maybe somebody on, like, the higher, like, on the higher ground, you know, trying to Obi-Wan whoever's in the pit. So,
So what I'll let you know is that the ground looks safe. It looks like it was well mined and secured, right? You can see on the floor, looks like they had some divots where like mine carts would get pushed around. You don't see any of those carts at this point. You don't see evidence of ambushes. You don't see, you actually don't see a lot of bones in this area. Unlike the chambers that you've been through previously, where you can see sort of the fighting retreat that the denizens of this place had made previously. All within 60 feet of that door and up to the edge there and down, you don't see a lot of evidence of combat.
Okay.
Especially not fresh combat. Maybe ancient, like when this place was taken. Some scrapes, some chunks of ground, you know, but nothing that looks within the last 50 years.
I think we may be well served in just heading down there directly and getting not necessarily worrying about what's coming from above in this case.
How far is it across?
Further than your dark vision of 60 feet can let you see.
70 feet.
Exactly.
Because I was going to say, if we want to, I can fly a rope over to the other side and we can try to tie it off on something and... Sorry, I thought you had a point and it was just a mosquito. Like, tie it off on something on the other side and we could just try to, like, shimmy our way across.
It is doable.
Maybe we just go?
You mean go down?
Oh, in the pit. Yes.
Yes, yeah, no, yeah. All right, I was just... Okay.
Everybody on board with that? All right, here we go. Talroth, how far ahead of the group are you interested in being?
I'll stick about 40 feet ahead.
Okay. As you guys begin to make your way down these long stretches, you're moving as quietly as you can, keeping your eyes peeled. The walkways are solid. The incline of it is very gradual. All lends itself to that idea of it being a quarry of some kind anyway, right? Definitely mining stone. If you guys are interested in the type of stone or anything along those lines, you can make me nature checks if you would like, but ultimately probably not terribly interesting because I don't know a lot about stone. Go ahead.
22.
Of course.
Sirach.
I mean, I rolled an 11.
An 11. Okay.
Yeah.
I fucking love rocks.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I will say that this seems to be a place where they would mine what I'm going to describe as luxurious rock minerals. So things like marble, soft things that don't know what marble comes in. Slabs, bricks, not bricks, but like
Yeah, it's slabs.
I guess
yeah,
a
sure.
brick when it's for a giant is a slab, right? Like, or like a huge cubes of. You can see those deposits or the evidence of those sort of mineral deposits, right? So, as you guys are making your way around, man, we're all going to celebrate when you kill that bug. As we're making our way down and around, you're beginning to get the feeling this is an extremely large room. Best estimate, by the time you've sort of gone, you've made your way sort of down. It's a short one first, and then you start making that long trek, right? You guys are estimating it's probably like 300 feet north to south. And it's long sloughs, right? I'd like everyone make me a perception check. Okay.
That's a 2.
10.
19.
19.
17.
Okay. Right at the edge of your vision, as best you guys can see, right? I'm gonna say you've gotten pretty far down into the pit and working your way across. You've made the turn, for lack of a better term. Probably 6 times, maybe 7. So you're about 140 feet across. You can see that there's maybe 1 or 2 more you could take down, but at this point, it doesn't just go down. It actually has sort of ramped around to let you bypass the like deepest portion of it. So as you're starting to make your way across, saving what time that you can, you hear and sort of feel a shifting of the rock, and hear something sort of move, and you're noticing that it looks like down here at the deepest portion, rather than being the quarry mining, right? There's a tunnel, bored in, deeply dug tunnel. Probably about 60 feet from Talroth. I'm assuming he comes back, lets you guys know. So.
And so it's a tunnel. It's not like a door to the central chamber. It's a tunnel into the central chamber.
Well, you don't know where it goes. Okay. It's at the bottom. It's a tunnel at the bottom of a quarry. An undermountain quarry. Dwarven undermountain quarry.
Everything in Cole is saying this is a bad idea, but Olorun's gonna go observe.
Sarai will look at him and, what does your girl think?
What? I don't. Who? Girl? Who? What?
She'll look at his hip.
Oh. Yeah. Nothing. So I'm just trying to figure out as close as
you were dating Helen Mirren in front of Helen Mirren.
Well,
I would like to hide.
She doesn't say. Does she say anything?
No. I believe Dawnbringer only alerts you if it's a strong demonic or devilish or celestial presence.
Yeah.
So no.
So he'll. I'll go ahead and like get closer to the entrance and see what I can see.
Okay.
As I get closer into it.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way over to the entrance. How far away is everybody else from this entrance? I will let you know. The entrance is sort of on the western side of the wall. So you guys have almost kind of walked like around, and Olorun's like jumping down from the top of it to be on that bottom level, because you didn't need to go down into the last level of it. He's maybe 15 feet beneath you, right? I'm not gonna roll for it. It's a controlled drop. You're stepping off the stage and like hanging and letting go. So, are you guys like right over the entrance to this tunnel? Are you 30, 40, 60, 100 mile back? Where are we at?
I'm gonna be by him.
You're
By
gonna
the tunnel.
You're gonna
I'm
drop
gonna be
down
on-
with him, or you're gonna be over the tunnel?
I will die. I'm gonna stay above.
Okay, right over the tunnel. Got it, Sirach.
I'm with Saride right over the tunnel.
Okay, Talroth.
Same.
Okay.
I am right over the tunnel, but ready to reach a hand or something out, or even the key of bonking to grab Olorun's ass if something shoots out of there.
So I'm gonna say that then it is Treasure next to Saride, because she volunteered to be over the tunnel first. You guys are going to be directly over the entrance of the tunnel, and then Sirach and Talroth just the outside. So it's a big tunnel too. It's like a 20-foot. It's a big tunnel, but just so that we're all sort of clear.
Hey, Olorun, why don't you go check it out first?
Hey, at least I'm big enough that I can take a hit. So
Must be nice.
Keep thinking.
Famous last words.
yeah, right.
About
So I'll look down the hallway
Mhm.
and see what I can see within a range of my 60 feet of dark vision.
Okay. Yeah, as you look down the tunnel, you can tell it does look like there's been more movement down and through here. It doesn't look like it was dug by the dwarves. It doesn't have the minecart tracks. It doesn't have any of the telltale signs of like worked tools down here. Even so, there's a precision even to them cutting these slate and marble slabs, right, out of doing this. This looks naturally made. It's pretty big. You get the feeling you could kind of fit. You could comfortably, I would say easily, if not more, fit a horse through there. Maybe two of them like side by side. You're still at the edge, or
Me?
yes, you.
Yeah, I'm gonna and as I get deeper, is there like a rock underneath me, like a small like?
Sure, you can.
Just
Yeah, there's
rock.
enough debris for you to grab a rock. Absolutely.
Then I'm going to take one,
Mm-hmm.
pick it up, stand like at the edge of the stand at like the edge of the tunnel,
Mm-hmm.
cast light on the rock and like huck it down the hallway
Okay.
and see what I can see in that case.
Okay. Yeah. So you cast light. You chuck the rock down there. This tunnel is deep. It is dark. It is natural. It looks like something really burrowed in and dug through here. And as you're looking, you can see for the briefest of seconds, because remember, your light is just sort of like flashing through, right? You're pretty sure you see bones and carcass debris down in this tunnel.
From where we're standing after he's chucked the light,
Yeah.
can we see a little bit more? I'm not
You-
looking for bone. I'm
You
looking
guys
for
are
something.
you guys are over it, so you see. Oh, okay. Like before he chucks it into the rest of the quarry. I see what you're saying. You can see a little
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
Not the core. I'm talking about the tunnel specifically. Can we see if it's been dug or if it's been burrowed like a worm?
So you're standing directly over it. So unless you're like Treasure and you got your head sticking over the edge, you can't really see in the tunnel. It does not look like it was tool dug, you know that. But without examining and getting like a good nature check on the tunnel itself, you're not going to be able to determine if or what dug this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You done
Okay.
looking at the creepy tunnel, Laroon?
There's some weird bones. I mean, I don't know. Cole is so tense about this, and he's just like, but there's some what looks to be like carcasses and bones deeper in there.
Looks like they're about 30 feet in.
Yeah. There may be. Yeah, there may be about 30 feet in from
I'm sorry,
where-
you would have been able to see them with your dark vision
Yeah.
at that point, so it's got to be, we'll say 75 feet in.
Yeah.
Apologies.
You're good. So yeah, I'll relay that information that it's about 75 feet in there, like carcasses and things of that nature.
Did they look like particularly rich carcasses?
I know it was a brief look, so I can't really.
I know, but like,
It
was
was-
there glinting?
It
or
was not
was it
just
like
it was not just bone. There was some maybe armor. It might be worthless, but it was not just bone. I will say that.
Well, so the good news is it doesn't look like something was eaten. In that case, looks like something was killed.
Ah, wonderful. You're right. Because killing for sport is better than killing for sustenance. Because we can talk our way out of killing for sport.
Well, we can certainly try.
And by we, I most certainly mean someone who's directly next to me. Hi.
So yeah. So I'm gonna call up and let him know, like, I'm going a little bit deeper.
Okay.
Sir, are you absolutely sure about this? You're about to become a toothpick for whatever dug this.
How deep are you
And-
going, Olaroon?
I'm gonna go another 30 feet in.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm gonna back him up.
Okay. Rock, you're going down into the tunnel. You're gonna be. You want to stand next to him, or you shoving him up front?
Oh no, he's up front.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
backing-
100% up front.
I take full and total meaning of the words backing him up.
Got it. Absolutely.
When Sirach drops down, she'll pat him on the shoulder and just remember, if they're only hunting for sport, you could talk them out of it.
I got a +8 to persuasion. I'm good.
And cast Bardic Inspiration. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, you left that part out.
So you are seeing there is a fair number of bones sort of piled up. It does look like there's armor. What you do notice is that it looks like whatever was here piled the armor and whatever sort of non-edible metal pieces off to one side and chicken boned the rest of the corpses.
And I'll call back down. You know how I said something was probably not eating something down here? I take that back. Something was definitely eating something down here.
Totally eating. This is a purely sustenance situation.
Chicken, nuggets, and toothpick. Get back up here.
I start looking through the weapons and the armor. Does anything look particularly nice?
So as you make your way over to the pile, you guys are now 75 feet into the tunnel. And I would like everyone to flip for initiative, please.
Aim time.
My circle, 6 of spades. The Captain America circle.
I want that deck of cards.
Yeah, Caitlin got it for me. She found it at Universal. It's super cool. Boom.
Look at me go, guys. Look at me go.
So, unfortunately, you guys are going to suffer from the surprised condition for this first round of combat. So you cannot take any actions, but those of you that act... is anybody below a 6? Okay, so those of you that are above a 6, you will get your reactions that you'll be able to use because your turn will have passed at that point, right? So I'm gonna skip through the rest of you guys because nothing's happened yet, but this is how surprise rounds, right, work in D&D now. So we're doing it. Sirach,
I just love the one time Cole rolls high, like comes out high on the cards.
It's completely
surprise
useless.
round and he can't move.
Thanks, Cody. Thanks.
Oh,
You took this away from me. Remember that. You took this away from me.
So, my two tunnel boys, you guys hear a sort of leathery just flap through that tunnel, and just before you can turn around, this thick blackness envelops. First, we're gonna do Olaroon, and then we're going to deal with Sirach. So, up first comes as the blackness sort of wraps up and over you, you see just this flash of a kind of whitish face, sort of bone with jagged teeth, come falling down onto you, Olaroon. That is a 19 to hit.
It's
Okay. That is going to be... That is going to be 7 points of piercing damage. And as this bite lands into your flesh, you feel its sort of legs and the leathery wings of it attaches onto you. Okay, I don't know why it would have. Oh, if it had surprised people. That's why. You are not blinded. That's good. And you are able to breathe. So that is good.
But am I like restrained, or
I'm getting there.
do I have a saving?
No. So can make yeah. So you can take an action to try to detach yourself to fight this thing off. It is a DC 16 strength check. Okay. Well, this is me not being a very good monster doing it in this order, but I did it, and we're going to continue with it. So, up next, Tail Whip. Yeah, that's a fun thing. Natural 20 for a 26. So that is going to be... we're going to use our new critical rules for the first time. So that is 11 points of slashing damage, and Olaroon, I'd like you to roll me a d20.
Ooh, joy. This isn't good. A 14.
A 14. Oh, that's just more damage. That was a scar one. So, plus an additional 7 points of damage. So, Yeah. It wraps the leather around you. You see this almost like a whip. This spiked, long, thin, almost cracks the sound barrier, slashes into you, and absolutely just sort of hurts, fucking hard. Sirach. How does it get that, though? Anyway, it's gonna let out this baleful moan. I would like all of you to make me wisdom saving throws.
Hey, Sirach, add 5 to your wisdom saving throw.
Hey, I'm okay with that. That is
25.
Success.
Is this a 7?
Okay. It is a saving throw. It is against a fear effect, if that matters.
21.
Okay. So, Megan, you are frightened, but you can't see the creature right now, so it has little effect.
I don't even know what I'm afraid of. I'm just afraid.
Well, you hear
It's a big 2020 mood, yo.
Yeah, you hear this like deathly moan croak out of the tunnel, and it echoes up throughout the chamber. Sirach, you resist the effects. Talroth.
15.
Success. And Treasure.
19.
Success. And that is going to be it for my guys. Treasure, what would you like to do?
For fuck's sake, I told you both to get back up here. She's gonna drop back down there and just like pull out the javelin as she's marching.
Okay, I'm going to say it's 10 feet of movement for you to drop down there safely. Okay, and then you go 20 feet in. You can just see them. You see Sirach standing there. He's looking your way, having heard this moan, and next to him, it looks like somebody threw a huge leather cloak over Olarun.
Here is the question. If I use this javelin's lightning bolt feature, will I hit Olarun?
Would you read me the lightning bolt feature to remind me what it says?
When you hurl it, you speak its command word. It transforms into a bolt of lightning, forming a 5-foot wide line that extends from your target within 120 feet. Each creature in the line, excluding you, must make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, take 4d6 of lightning damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful one.
I'm going to say the way that they are occupying essentially the same space, you're afraid that if you do that, yes, it will hit Olarun as well.
Do it!
Oh, she's going to. She's going to hit him. It's going to teach him a lesson. Was when the tank, is up here saying, get your skinny ass back up here, and he won't. So she's going to go ahead and make that attack with the Javelin of Lightning.
Okay.
Charge.
Go for it. Make your attack roll.
Okay, is it nat 20?
All right.
For 28.
28. Absolutely. Olarun, roll me a d20. And... Ooh. That hurts.
That's a 7.
That's a 7.
And it's a dex save for the lightning bolt effect, right?
Yeah, DC 13.
So it hits. Okay, so Olarun, you're not going to take the critical. You're gonna dex save on the lightning bolt effect.
Yeah.
Roll. What was the max damage on the javelin for me, Kez?
It is for the javelin itself or the lightning bolt?
Lightning bolt. Give me the lightning.
It is 4d6.
4d6. So that is 24 points of lightning damage on my leather boy. Olorun, you hear as the lightning surges through, you hear this crack in the thing's ribs as it overcomes you.
Okay. So do I have to make a dex save as well? Do I
Yes.
take the damage? Okay.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Here we go. That's a 14 on the dex save.
You just made it. It was 13.
Let's go.
Okay.
Shouts out to paladins on saving throws, baby.
So, Olorun, as the electricity surges through this creature, you're going to feel it course into the bite as it shares the damage that it suffered with you. You're going to take another 12 points of lightning damage.
12 points of lightning damage.
Anything else, Kez?
I believe I've still got to move closer to it, so we're just going to continue marching up there saying
Well,
all kinds of swear words.
You've used 30 feet of your movement, and you used your action to hurl the lightning bolt. Are you action surging to dash?
You know what? Yeah, because I need to close the distance
Okay.
on this.
So you go dashing up another 30 feet. So you've gone 50 down the tunnel. You're 15 feet away from your friends.
And I think I can still attack with the javelin itself, right?
Well, you've chucked the javelin. You have to
Oh, okay.
recover the javelin
Cool.
before
so
you can make another attack with it.
then nothing I can do at this distance.
Okay. Sounds good. Actually, as you are running down the tunnel, 5 feet before where you're at now, so you're actually going to be 20 feet. The blackness along the sides of the walls is going to turn as you exit that space, and you see this skull-like face on the bottom of this leathery manta ray-like creature is going to attempt to bite you.
This is so goth.
So that is an 18.
Meets beats.
Just barely. Okay, so that is going to be 12 points of piercing damage, and this one attaches to your head. So you are blinded and unable to breathe. That's it?
Yes.
Oh, no. Wait. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, so you're not blinded and unable to breathe yet, but it has a hold of you. It's attached. Yes. And another black leathery cloak is wrapped around Kez. That is it for first round, new round. Oh, terrible flip for me. So, anybody below a 4? All right. Who's up first?
I think Mars, you're up first.
Yeah, might be me.
Yeah.
All right. So hearing that moan coming down, seeing Treasure jump down and start cursing up a storm, it's like, hell. Just kind of look over at Saride. Here we go, and I'll just control the fall to get down there.
Yep. 10 feet of movement for you.
And just rest of the movement to go in, at least pulling the swords out.
Okay. So you get 20 feet in. You can see now these leathery cloaks, these cloakers wrapped around Olorun and Treasure. Well, you assume it's Olorun and Treasure just because you can't physically see them as people, but you can see Sirach.
So if I remember the distances right, I would probably be about 15 feet away from Treasure.
Yeah, I like 25, but yeah, because she went 45 feet in. You've gone 20 feet in, so 25 feet away.
Okay. So yeah, bonus action to dash the rest of the way, and just at least take one swipe at it. See if I can try to get it to get off her.
Go for it. Absolutely.
It's a 16.
16 does hit.
It's gonna be 10 slashing damage, and I'm actually gonna pop on the favorite foe for this. That's gonna be an extra 4 damage on top of that.
4 damage on top of that. So what's the total for me?
Total 14.
Nice. Total of 14.
Safe to say, no sneak attack, right?
Technically, she still is threatening it, even though it has her grappled. She can still attack it, so you can sneak attack it. Yeah, go for it.
Well, treasure is definitely threatening to everything.
That's
so there's
true.
another 7 damage. That's a grand total of 21.
Got it. Thank you. All right. Who's up next? Oh, Treasure, you are going to take 11 points of that damage. As the pain psychically surges into the bite, and it just seeps into your bones.
It's the rock's turn.
It's a rock.
So I'm gonna look back, seeing Talroth jump down and be like, I don't know what they are, but they've got Olaroon! And then seeing that, and treasure! And he's gonna take out his bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to bonus action cast Hunter's Mark on the one that has Olaroon.
Okay.
And he's going to shoot it.
Okay.
That is cocked. That is a 16.
Were you and Olaroon right next to each other?
Well, I was looking at the daggers. Where were you, Olaroon?
I was kind of like covering you, like I was like
Were you more than 5 feet apart?
if that,
Okay.
like if I've like
So,
maybe
Sirach,
like 5 to 10 maybe.
I'm going to say, Sirach, you probably need to back up so that you don't have disadvantage shooting in melee. So you take a small chicken hop back. The cloaker looks like it wants to hit you with its tail. It's going to try. Tail flick, natural 20. God damn it. So that's 11 points of damage, and I need you to roll a d20 for me.
I need you to retire those dice, son.
I need to play another game where rolling dice is good for me.
13.
13. 13 is going to be extra damage. 13 and 14. So total of 13 points of damage.
All right.
Okay.
Take my chicken hop back,
Yep.
and I will. So my first attack was a 16
Hits.
plus. Well, it was a 16 plus 9, so that's 25.
Absolutely hits. Hits more.
Yeah, it double hits.
Oh, well,
So it's
let's
gonna
not
be-
get crazy, but just hits.
Well, you know. So let's see, rolling there. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, so that's 5 plus. I get to roll a d6 for Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 7 damage on the first shot.
So 12 points of damage. The cloaker is going to suffer 6. Olaroon, you're going to suffer 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage.
Why 12?
Would you roll? It was
It
5.
was 5 plus 2. It was 7.
7. I did 5 plus 2 plus 5.
Sorry, no, there was no additional 5.
5
So-
plus 2 plus 5.
So Olaroon, you're going to take
1
3.
plus 2.
Okay.
And then I'm
Apologies.
going to fire again.
Okay.
Ooh, 18.
Hits.
18 plus 9 for 27. So let's try this vicious longbow again. Twice now. That's some bullshit. Oh my god, the same rolls. Another 7 damage.
Okay. Another 3 points to
That's-
you, Olaroon.
That's some bullshit.
All right. Thank you, Sirach. Who's up next?
Me.
Olaroon.
So I am going to bonus action channel divinity
Okay.
for peerless athlete.
Okay.
So I get advantage on athletics and acrobatics checks.
Okay. It
So I am
specifically says strength check. I'll give you advantage on it, though, but it is going to be
Okay.
a flat strength check. I don't know why for this people it's strength and not athletics, but I guess because it's like I'm picturing like the Batman rap, right?
yeah.
Or yeah. So give it a shot with advantage.
Sounds good. I don't have proficiency in athletics anyway, so
Okay. Same roll.
16.
Exactly what you needed. DC check of 16 with advantage. Olaroon gets his hands up, this creepy, like skull-like manta ray face bit into his shoulder, shoves it off of him, now finally having just a hint of separation between him and this creature.
Now I will go to move around it in
Okay.
order to like put myself in between it and Sirach.
Okay, yeah, you do. You position yourself between it and Sirach. Anything else?
That ends my turn.
Okay, sounds good. Who's up next? Okay.
Can I drop down,
Yes, you can. You can drop down.
even though I'm afraid?
Yes, because you can't see it. You don't know that you're.
Okay.
You don't. You can't willingly move closer to it if you can. I believe it's if you can see it. Let me double check.
I might be running away, guys.
Well, you don't have to run away, but let's see.
No, I'm pretty sure I do.
Frightened. Ah, so you can't willingly move closer to the source of the fear.
Okay.
Yes, so that's
Well,
what's up.
hold, please. Thank God I'm a bard. They don't have to see me. They just have to hear me. So
Yeah.
she's gonna crisscross applesauce, pull out her little guitar. I'm not afraid of ghosts. I'm not afraid of spiders. I'm just afraid of snakes. They really freak me out. Where are their arms and legs? And cast Mantle of Inspiration.
Okay.
It's 60 feet.
Yep. 60 feet will cover Talroth. I'll give you treasure. I'll give you I'll give you treasure. But Olaroon and Sirach went specifically 75 feet in. So even with the sound carrying and going like through the stone, it doesn't hit them. But I'll give you Talroth and treasure.
Okay, that. And
So they get 10 temporary hit points, I believe.
8.
8. And would either of you, Talroth and or treasure, like to use your reaction to move?
I currently have this thing on my face. I will probably slam into a wall, so no.
You're not blinded yet because it's
Oh,
wrapped
okay.
around you. Your head is still up. It looks like it wants to wrap up your head. That's its plan for next turn. But you are technically not grappled or restrained. This is the weirdest grapple monster effect I've read. It's super fucking weird. And And the fact that it's a large creature doing this as well is also real fucking weird. So you can move if you want, Treasure.
Then question.
Sure.
Can I run into a wall with it?
Yeah, I mean, you can. Go for it.
Death blanket, meet wall.
Okay. You just start you start slam dancing into the
I'm
quarry.
gonna slam it into
Sure. Make I'll tell you what, make me an athletics check first. Let's do that. See how hard you can hit it. Yes, Tauroth.
Because I figure Treasure might try something stupid like that.
Okay.
When I see her book it to the wall, can I chase along with her to help just slam that thing into the wall? Maybe give her advantage?
Sure. Sounds fun. Go for it.
The advantage gave me a 19
Okay.
to roll.
Okay.
And plus, I don't know what I add to slam into damage. You said athletics, so that's plus 8.
We're doing athletics. So
that...
okay. So that is a 25, if I'm not mistaken, right? 19 plus 8, so 27.
8, yeah.
27. Okay. Oh, that's why I rounded it, because usually I do things in increments of 5. I'm going to say we're going to treat this like you're going to move. How far are you moving? 20 feet? 30 feet?
To the nearest wall. So
what I'm going to say is you need to build up speed, so it's like a fall damage. That's kind of what I'm treating it as, right? So you're generating speed as you're going. You're going to slam it up into the wall. Tauroth runs with you. He's giving you the Royal Rumble over the top rope, sort of heave ho, to try to get you into the wall all the harder. So we're gonna say I'll treat it like 30 feet of fall damage. Okay, so that's gonna be 3d6. Make me a Constitution saving throw to resist your own fall damage.
Thankfully, I'm good at these.
Sure, yeah.
That's a 25 total for con.
Awesome. Yeah, you do resist it. What is your what's your strength modifier? Oh, you had plus 8 on
5.
Athletics. I'll take that. So that's going to be a 16. It succeeds. You succeed. So we're going to roll 3d6 of fall damage. Right here. That's a big roll. 14 points of fall damage. You're going to take 7. It's going to take 7 as well, and it's going to transfer 3 of it to you. So it's going to take 4. So you take a total of 10 points of damage. It takes 4. And I'm going to say you hear it sort of as you whacka. Okay. It's a ride.
So I looked it up. I don't have to be able to see it.
Great.
It casts Dissonant Whispers.
Awesome. It gets what type of saving throw?
Wisdom?
Wisdom save. Ooh, yeah, not terribly wisdomous. 8 is a fail.
I'm just doing it at first level because she doesn't know if this is going to work.
Sure.
So it's 10 damage.
Okay. It's going to transfer 5 of that to Treasure.
If it fails, it immediately uses its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from me. It can't move into obviously dangerous ground such as fire or pit. That's it.
Okay.
Is it deaf?
It is not deaf. It can absolutely hear. It used its reaction, but what I will say is that it is going to release Treasure. So technically, it doesn't have a reaction to move away from you or Treasure, because it used its reaction to grab her. But I will say it releases her. It will not attack her with advantage, and it won't try to eat her face, eat her head.
Yay!
It is a win. It is a good win. Nicely done.
Can I make a wisdom save at the end?
So actually, you're only afraid until the end of its turn. and which is going to be next, I believe. Yes.
How much damage did I take from that? Just so that I know.
From Dissonant Whispers, 5. Thank you. And if I'm not mistaken, it is Cloaker time. Yes. All right.
Cloaker time. Won't you have some cloaker of mine?
All right. So Cloaker on Treasure has let go of her. It is going to... You're going to see... It's going to begin to kind of shimmy in the dark, and then you see another Cloaker and another Cloaker pop out from around it. That is going to be that one's turn. The other one is going to launch itself back at Olaroon and bite him and tail whip at Sirach.
Even though I'm further away?
I thought Olaroon moved over to you. It'll focus on Olaroon.
That's right.
I mean,
No, that's right.
If you wanted to hit Olaroon, just tell me you wanted to hit Olaroon.
I forgot he went in between us. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
That's fine. I don't mind focus firing on Olaroon if you want me to.
I mean, I'll do enough of that when it hits him again.
Cool. Sounds good. Olaroon, that is a 18 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
That hits. Sirach,
Won't hit
natural
when I get
20. Good
What?
time. Yeah.
Can you not? Like, what the heck?
It's like the fifth one you've rolled just in this combat.
Dude,
That's what he was doing all last week, man.
Last
what the
week,
fuck are these
that's
dice?
why this is why I changed the critical rules to, instead of being like all the extra damage, now you roll for conditions or damage. Yeah, that's why, because the combat was swinging super hard. Olaroon,
Because you are like unto God and fear your own power. Finally.
roll me
Can
a
I use
d20.
Can I use my non-existent grave cleric levels to negate that crit?
You should know, but I appreciate the effort, the idea. Sirach, roll me a d20.
6.
6. Ooh.
Lose an eye. Lose an eye.
Nope, not an eye. But, and actually, I'm going to get a little creative with this one. Because you are a bird person, it's going to clip your wing.
Ew, I hate that.
So if you have disadvantage on dexterity checks and dexterity saving throws. And if you attempt to stay aloft while flying, you fall prone.
Yeah, I hate that.
A short rest and a medicine check, and you will be right as rain. But for this
I
combat,
will fix you.
your wing is
How much
clipped.
damage is that?
11.
Thank you.
11 points of damage, clipped wing. And over to Olaroon, you're going to take 10 points of piercing damage. The cloak wraps back around you, that bitey head on your chest, just sort of gnawing into, piercing the needle teeth, piercing in past your breastplate. That is it for the cloakers. Treasure.
Oh boy. This is absolutely unpleasant. She's going to take out her greatsword and just start wailing on the one that was pulled off of her.
Okay.
Actually, let's bonus activate Searing Smite.
Okay. Sounds good. Do me a favor. Roll me 1d4.
Two.
Okay. Sounds good. Make your attack.
Natural 20 on the first attack.
Hey,
Justice.
nicely done.
And thank you, Norse Foundry dice. And 18 on the second attack.
18 on the second attack. Roll me. So there's multiple cloakers now in front of you. Are you going to swing at the same one? You don't have a chance to decide before you start swinging. You're kind of planning that motion as you take that initial swing. So
If there's multiple in front of me, I'm going to
there's-
swing at
there's
one.
4.
Oh, shit.
So I chose your first one at random. That's what the D4 was for. So are you going to stick with that one, or are you going to follow up on one of the others?
I'm going to stick with that one till it's dead.
Okay, you're going to stick with that one till it's dead. Sounds good. So... Ooh. You watch as you strike the underside with the critical. It deals max damage. Give me your damage.
Well, that's going to be 2d6 plus 5, and it's got to make me a con save for that Searing Smite.
17. Okay.
With
18 on the con save.
So it just takes the initial damage, which is an additional 2d6, but it does not catch fire.
Okay, so that is a total of 29 points of damage, because the Searing Smite is part of the critical. As this smite sort of flashes across its stomach, the burst of flame, you can see there's deep internal bleeding that is pooling up on the underside of this cloaker creature. You swing your sword back around to attack the exact same one. Go ahead and make your attack roll. Or you hit. Roll your damage.
That was the 18. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's roll the damage. 2d6 plus 5. Except I do not roll ones. So let's re-roll that one. So that is going to be 14 damage.
14 damage. Nice. Okay, that is it for treasure. New round. Nope, that's a reflip for me. Oh, that's not a real card for me. Damn it. 9. Bad guys are on a 9. Who's above a 9?
Looks like all of us except Saride.
Fuck!
Okay. Who's first?
So who's first?
That
Mars
is
is
me.
first.
Okay, go for it, Talroth.
I do have a question though.
Yes.
Since the one that was attacking treasure, I had marked it as a favored foe, would I be able to pick that one out specifically? Because it doesn't say, because I know we kind of refer to it as Hunter's Mark Light, but
Right.
it doesn't say anything about that. I just have to maintain concentration on it as if I'm concentrating on a spell.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I'd be able to pick apart the one out of the 4 that I'd marked.
It specifically says the duplicates move with the mimic and mimic its actions, shifting position so as to make it impossible to track which cloaker is the real one.
Oh, no problem.
So that's why I'm gonna say that. So
Okay.
Yep. But you can still make your attack rolls.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I mean, I'm right here next to treasure, so I'll actually take a moment to focus, go for that steady aim bonus action, get advantage on one attack
Okay.
or the next attack, and just take one big slice at one of them.
Cool. Roll me a d4.
That's a 1.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
That's a 24 total.
That is going to hit. As your blade swipes into the cloaker, it springs through it, and one of the mimics is dissipated.
Okay. And that was bonus action and attack, steady aim. I can't use my move action, so I'm done.
Okay, sounds good. Who's up next?
Next would be me.
Go for it, Sirach.
I am going to not birdie hop because you've been rolling too many times. And I'm going to Misty Step teleport bonus action 20 feet back.
Deeper into the tunnel?
Not deeper into the, back away from Olaroon towards the front of the tunnel.
Oh, so towards the other cloaker?
Yeah, but not so much that I am on top of the other cloaker. I'm in between.
Okay. Just
I'm
checking.
in between.
Okay.
I'm in between.
That was
Put that
good.
fucking smile away, mister.
That's fine.
And I will attack twice with my bow.
Sounds good.
First one is an 8 plus 9 for 17.
That's going to hit.
All right, let's do better this time. That's what I want. Do better this time. There we go. So that's 10 plus my d6 of 2. So that's 12 damage on the first one.
Okay, so it's going to take 6. Olaroon takes 6.
And then I will attack again for 19.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be 7 plus 1 for 8 damage.
All right. Olaroon takes 4.
How you doing in there?
Everything hurts.
All right, who's up next?
Me.
Sounds good. Go for it.
So the thing is still attached on my face, right?
It reattached, not on your face, but it is wrapped around you.
So I can't attack it, right? Because it's wrapped around me.
Technically, you can.
You know what? Because
Just
this whole
defend
thing.
yourself.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't afford to take that damage. So I still have Peerless Athlete is still up. It's up for 10 minutes. So
Right.
I'm trying to rip this thing off my face again.
Go for it.
Ooh, I think that fails. It's a 15.
Just fails. Yeah. 16 is the DC. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Any
yeah,
bonus
'cause
actions?
That's my action.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Do I have anything as a bonus action? I don't think so. Oof. Let's see, actually. Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay.
So that ends my turn.
Sounds good. Treasure is next.
Correct. And I'm just going to continue wailing on these things in front of me.
All right, roll me a d4.
But there's
That
only
is a
3 now.
4.
Oh, there's 3 now. Roll me a d6. Thank you.
1.
Okay, go for it.
And same as before, I'm just going to wail on this thing till it's dead.
Okay, let's do it.
That is a 16
That'll hit.
and a 15 plus 8.
That'll hit as well.
So let's do some damage. Nine plus 5 for the first one.
Okay, 14
14.
points of damage. Next one.
Eight plus 5.
That's enough to
13.
drop that cloaker. Yeah, Treasure with tremendous luck, rolling the exact same number as me each time. Yeah, well done. The
Oh, thank
greatsword
Christ.
cleaves into the cloaker, Not once, but twice you feel the flesh, and then all of the mimics dissipate at the exact same time. Even as it had tried to shift around and play the 3-card Monty with itself. Treasure said no, and stabbed it.
She is going to march so pissed off towards Olaroon because she's obviously, I don't have the action for this term,
Yep.
but she's going to rip that thing clean off of him the minute she gets a chance.
Okay. Off she goes. Speaking of that thing, with advantage, it is going to attempt to bite Olaroon and envelop its face. Envelop his face. That is a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
That will be successful. And so, now you're blind. That's going to be 12 points of damage.
I'm unconscious.
Ooh.
Here is a quick question I had. How much marching space do I have before I get to him? Because I am going to sentinel that.
You're within 30 feet, so I'll say you can get there. Sentinel allows you to make an attack of opportunity, but I don't think it negates the attack.
It does not, but it just means as soon as it decides to smack him, I'm going to smack it back, and then it will not be able to move.
Okay. Sounds good.
I do not want to attack Olaroon with the greatsword because that would be a very bad idea right now because this thing's on his face.
Mm-hmm.
And he's dying.
Exactly. So how would it be an unarmed strike then to try to just grapple it, like smack it to get it off of him?
So that's a strength check.
Strength check.
Yeah, so Sentinel's not going to allow you to do that as a reaction because you have to you're basically getting 2 hands in there and trying to pry it apart.
Good.
Right. So if you want to think better of dealing it damage because it's sharing its damage with Olaroon, you're welcome to.
That's true. I am probably going to get there and wait because I don't want to attack it and then have him damage.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good call. All right. That's it for the cloaker, Saride.
So I'm not scared, right?
You're not scared.
Yeah, I'm a big girl. I'm gonna drop down
Okay.
and move, I guess, 15 feet in.
20
or
feet.
20
Yeah,
feet?
you can get 20 feet in. Yep.
Okay. The only one left is the one on Olaroon?
Yes, and you can't even see Olaroon anymore. You just see it looks like somebody threw a leather sheet over him.
So what I see when we see Talroth. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God, you're all a figment of my imagination. Oh shit. So she has an existential breakdown. She will Mantle of Inspiration.
Okay.
So 8 temp hit points for everybody,
Okay.
including unconscious people.
Yes.
I have 8 temp hit points.
Yes.
Yes. Can I see his legs?
Yeah.
Then I will Healing Word.
Okay.
Isn't that 2 bonus actions though?
But you can change an action into a bonus action.
You want to live or not?
Yeah.
I've already made peace with my decisions for this game, and it is what it is.
It can go down that way. Yeah.
Here's what I'll do. So I'll do that, and then just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I will counter charm. So she'll crisscross. No, I'm not going to sit down this movement. She's going to keep playing. Any friendly creatures within 30 feet of me have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Okay. Sounds. So you're not healing, or are you healing?
Temp healing.
Okay, so you're doing temp healing and then charming and counter charming?
Yeah.
Okay. You can cast Healing Word. You can do 10 hit point healing and Healing Word. You can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. You can spend your action to do something that's normally a bonus action. You cannot spend your bonus action to do an action, right? It's a down pyramid.
£16 back to you.
All right. Olaroon, conscious again. 16 points. Plus some temp. New round. Where'd the jokers get in there? All right. Bam. Face card. Jack. Anybody above a jack? Treasure. Go for it.
Treasure is upset. She is. We have hit peak points of angry desert tiefling. She's gonna grab this thing and just rip clean off of Olaroon.
Strength check, please.
That is an 18.
That is enough. Yeah, you pull it off of Olaroon. It sort of screeches and claws, trying to get back to him. That is your action. Any bonus actions?
I unfortunately cannot smack it against the ground, I don't think.
No, sorry.
So no, I'm just gonna hold it up there until my next turn, where it is going to receive quite a beating.
Okay.
But it's gonna be held up away from everybody in my grasp.
I mean, you can try. It's gonna spend its turn attempting to bite you, because that's what it does. So, it is its turn now. So, ooh, that didn't work. 7 is gonna miss. So it's gonna smack you with its tail. Natural 20. It's the tail, man. The tail is danger. It's roll me a d20, please, treasure.
That is an 8.
An 8 is so it strikes your leg and hits just right at the kneecap, and you feel your leg sort of buckle a little bit. Your speed is going to be reduced by 10, and if you attempt to dash, you have to make a dex save or fall on your face.
Motherfucker, I will land on you, and I am like 300 pounds of tiefling and an additional 100 pounds of armor.
There you go. That is it for the cloaker. Who's up next? Talroth, go for it.
So, how far would I be right now? Because I was where treasure was before.
I think it's 20 feet. She had
Okay.
moved. She had moved 45, and they were originally 75. So, I'm gonna say 25 feet.
Okay, so I'd still have to use my move action regardless. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, just gonna pretty much run up to it.
Okay.
Just kind of jump up and just take a swipe at it.
Let's do it. Oh, what about the other attack? You got one more in the chamber.
That's an 18.
There it is. There's the hit. On the back swipe, you swing in with the 18. Go ahead and roll some damage on that. You do get the sneak attack.
But I do not get my dexterity modifier to this one.
Correct.
Okay, so that's going to be a 1 plus total 17.
Nice. Total of 17 is still a real good chunk of damage. Yeah, the second blade from House Ilrain catches a steady chunk of flesh there. Who's next?
Sirach.
Let's do it, Sirach.
Gonna bonus action move that hunter's mark over to the other cloaker,
Okay,
and then we're gonna attack.
let's do it.
That is a 12 plus 9 for 21.
Sirach, I think this is the one you already had Hunter's Mark, so you don't, if you have a better use of your bonus action.
Oh, this is okay.
It's the
You're
one
right.
you and Olaroon have been fighting the whole time.
Cool. Then yeah, I'm gonna bonus action my planar warrior.
Great. Okay.
So that'll be a 21 to hit.
Yep.
That does. Okay, so don't roll a 1. I'll be very unhappy with you, Vicious Longbow. There we go. That's 12 plus a D8 plus a D6. So it's 12 plus 22 damage on the first hit.
Ooh, nice. It is barely holding on.
And my second hit is going to be 18 to hit.
Okay.
And that is going to be Vicious Longbow. That is 9 damage plus 5 damage for another 14.
That's showtime.
Woo!
Nicely done. Talk to us, Sirach. This black leathery manta ray that has been enveloping your friends and trying to bite their faces, pushed aloft by Treasure. First arrow hits it.
So as Treasure lifts it up and throws it in the air, exposing the gray and pale face of the creature with the teeth, I'm going to shoot one arrow, and the first arrow is going to go through what is this mouth of this creature, right under the teeth on the upper jaw.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second arrow, take a quick second and just aim a little bit higher, and then boom, right into the temple of the creature.
Nicely done. It pings into it, falls down, the blood pouring out onto the floor. Guys, we're going to take a break right now. We're going to come back in at 9:35, 9:23 right now. So we're going to see you in just a couple of minutes. But until then, stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have...
Cole playing Olaroon Dawnseeker, the Oath of Glory ASMR Paladin. One day I'll get it right in the right order, but it is not this day.
I'm Megan. I'm playing Sarai Landir, the Eladrin Glamour Bard.
I'm Eric, and I'm playing Sirach, the Arakakra Horizon Walker Ranger.
Nice.
Howdy y'all, this is Maz. I am playing Talroth Oakenblade, the Wood Elf Scout.
And I'm Kez, and I'm playing Treasure Nightcrafter, the Tiefling Fighter.
Nicely done, everyone. So just before the break, our intrepid adventurers had run afoul a pair of cloakers deep within a dwarven stronghold, but deep into the Quarius mines. As you guys are here, what you want to? I'm guessing you want to dig out, see what treasure or things that they had. Would one of you be so kind as to roll me a d10?
I'm just going to sit there and catch my breath.
I will roll it.
Okay.
That's a 2.
A 2. Okay. So that is going to be 150 gold pieces worth of jewelry and sort of some gold pieces, some other small coinage, but mostly armor pieces, leftover scrap metal sort of things that you'll be able to sell in a relatively civilized place. So there is that. I would also like Sarai, because you had expressed an interest in it. Would you make me a nature check?
$18.
18. Okay.
Yes, I do rock.
But Maybe.
What was that?
No. Go ahead. Never mind. It's
Okay.
fine. Sorry.
No problem. So, you're examining this tunnel and the wide variety of the marks that had sort of dug it out, claw dug it out. And you don't believe that this is the work of the Bahir. It doesn't look like does not look like something that the dwarves made, for sure. So as you're sort of racking your brain, kind of looking at the different movements of these things, it's a very old tunnel, for sure. And it's a tunnel that it's definitely been here for a minute. And you sort of look at one of the deep-borne claw marks that digs its way into the side of the tunnel there. And you think it looks like a dragon's claw mark.
Like adult?
For this size tunnel, probably an adult. Yeah. Maybe a young dragon. And I can go ahead and tell you with your roll, certain dragons have swim speeds. Certain dragons are known to burrow and have a burrowing speed.
Which ones burrow?
So the blue dragon is known to burrow. I think it's also the white dragons have a burrow speed, as do, I believe it's brass. Yeah, brass dragons have a burrow speed, and do the bronze ones? Of course, the bronze and the brass don't have the same thing. That's the only thing that separates them. Why wouldn't they?
Do I have an idea of which one this is? Like, right now, Megan wants to say it's probably white because we're in the snow.
So a white feels like a good guess, given the cold bit of the region. What I will say is that it looks like this tunnel was dug around the same time as the initial assault on this dwarven fortress. You suspect this was a portion of their ambushing tactics to bust and break the defensive stronghold that is this fortress. You can tell by the rooms and the hallways that you've made your way through that whoever assaulted here, they did so at great cost. And the dwarves and the giants that lived in these halls made them suffer for every inch that they claimed. So it looks like this was some bit of clever war tactic, as best you suspect.
She will point that out very quietly to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Think perhaps we should get back up and continue.
Yeah. You guys you gather up your coins and what things you have and can. You make your way up into the rest of the hall. And you continue down the hallways. Yes, Olaroon.
As we're leaving, like Olaroon will kind of like walk out of the I'll walk out of the tunnel and just kind of like stop and like look down it.
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like his, yeah, and kind of do the whole like hand gripping thing and kind of just continue to walk with the rest of the party.
Soon.
Let me ask you guys a question. Are you taking a short rest here in the tunnel or down in the bottom of the quarry? Or are you attempting to make it to the top of the quarry? Okay. So, who all did I crit on? Treasure, Cup, and Olaroon, and Sirach. Sirach, you're having to walk. Your wing hurt. You guys can visibly see the limp in Treasure's hitch and get along. And I believe it was just additional. You're seeing sort of the bleeding scar on Olaroon. If left untended, he will scar. You guys make your way up to the top of the quarry, now on the far side. It is a little steeper of a climb, and you can see that there are more dragon claw marks up and along this side. It does seem to be, as you guys have already discovered. Are you going to rest at the top of the quarry, or are you going to move further before taking a short break?
Once we get to the top of the quarry, I'll just quickly scout around, see if there's any sort of danger that's kind of obvious.
Okay.
And see if I can find like a quiet spot that's kind of hidden where everyone can just sit down and chill.
Sure, make me a perception check.
$16.
16? Okay. What's your passive? We're taking that as a floor.
18.
18. Okay. Yeah, you're looking around. You don't see anything that looks immediately dangerous. There is some wall space sort of tucked away behind a large dwarven column. It's near the door, but it is directly out of line of sight that you guys think would be the best place to kind of gather up and rest.
Does anybody have any healers or medicine kits?
I will say you guys, you at least have one medicine kit, Saride, because we had adjusted the use of the medicine
Okay.
skill. So you do have a healer / medicine kit. I believe it comes with 25 uses worth of bandages and accoutrement
Thank you.
on it. So I will, as you're taking this short rest, Saride, you're going to be working on healing your allies here. I'd like you to make me medicine checks. 30.
How many?
It's going to be 3. So we'll need to... Olaroon, yeah, we'll need to start with Olaroon.
So she's trying to like get rid of the scar, right?
Yes.
He's just gonna wave her away.
She's very pro scarring, so absolutely, let's do that.
Okay. So just so that you are aware, you will be disfigured to the extent that the wound can't be easily concealed. You have disadvantage on charisma persuasion checks and advantage on intimidation checks.
Let me fix that for you.
So if left to scar, it'll be something that lingers.
Fine, go ahead. Like
I may not be
begrudgingly.
able to, let's be honest, so let's try it anyway.
Okay.
It's a 13.
13 is going to be enough. You end up because it's up here, unlike his jawline, kind of where the bite and the tail whip happened. So he ends up having this sort of large bandage patch and poultice sort of put on there. So he looks bandaged up for the moment, but 24 hours he should be fine.
Sirach.
For Sirach, medicine check, please.
25.
Absolutely, yeah. You get up into the wing, and you reset it essentially. You pop it back into joint, and it hurts. It hurts like fucking hell.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. But he can fly almost immediately. By the end of the short rest, he will be able to fly again.
Sirach, look at me, all right? I know how to do this because Thozen has to do it to me almost every night. And snap, there we go.
Better.
All
What?
right.
It's the only way to get out of the ropes. Okay. And treasure.
Treasure.
It's a 12.
12 is going to be enough. Yeah. So she will get the speed back. Tomorrow you'll be able to dash without making a dex save. For the rest of the day, if you make a dex save, it's a DC 10. If you take the dash action. So, yes, Sarai.
That was just a medicine check, right?
Yeah.
The healer's kit allows me to make the medicine check.
Yes.
I'm not adding anything else.
No. So you do look at the healer feat. Anybody trained in
Because
medicine?
I added it and I am proficient, so
Right.
like it. Okay,
So
I'm just making.
You're essentially we're using uses of the medicine check to bandage things, to provide long-term healing, right? For injuries, and that's one of the things we're trying to do here.
Oh, then okay. Oh, hold on. Oh, I can. Oh, okay. Never mind. I can use it to heal people like when I'm out of spell slots.
You can, yes.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
They can only receive that once per day, basically.
Short rest.
Once per short rest. So it's a last ditch sort of thing in combat, but we're trying to make medicine a little more useful, not just like random anatomy sometimes. So hopefully this works out for everybody. So far so good. Okay. Anybody spending hit dice to recover hit points?
I'm going to first use my healing hands feature
Okay.
to restore 8 hit points to myself.
Okay.
And now I'm going to start doing the whole hit dice thing.
Okay.
Do I have time to Song of Rest?
You're going to be a little busy unless you're taking a double break. So, how rough?
While all that's going on, since I actually didn't get hit by anything,
Yeah.
could I just be scouting around the immediate area, maybe go a little further down just to start seeing what's ahead of us?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can make a perception check. Floor. Passive floor.
22.
You navigate up ahead, and you're checking the hallways. There is a large T hallway that you're going to be traveling down. You guys have already been mapping a few rooms before the Grand Quarry, in between that and where you had first discovered the Bahir. So this is familiar, sort of the way these halls are working. You are continuing on the westward journey. You're looking, you do see sort of the signs that mark what you suspect are the directions towards the central chamber. The next, at least up until your next room, maybe a little past it, it does seem to be clear for the moment. So.
Cool.
Anything else I need to... You guys good with your short rest?
Yeah, I'm back up to full.
Okay. Sounds good. As you guys are traveling through these hallways, you can see the different stages that this battle had taken place in. Some of these halls are completely collapsed. And as you're rounding one of the quarters through that cross-section that we had talked about, you can see beneath the rubble what looks like the spines of a dragon's wing crushed beneath an entirely collapsed tunnel. that the dwarves and the giants that lived here had begun to sacrifice the home that they were protecting in order to I don't know, try to preserve it, or just make those that were attempting to steal it from them suffer as they were. Proceeding down the halls, each of them long, twisted 100 feet at least. You can hear the creaks of the cart behind you guys, your friends pulling up along the rear. Tauroth, I would like you to... You rolled a 22 on your last perception check, right?
Yep.
You guys have been navigating very well, and you come towards one of the cleaner hallways. And it's unsettling in how sort of untouched it is in the moment. You can see as you travel down, you've navigated well enough. You know, if you continue down the other hallway, it looks like where one of the larger battles took place will probably be set upon by skeletons again. You suspect they may be giant skeletons. You're unsure. And Tauroth, you get a good feel that going down this side hallway was purposefully avoided, as there's only one, and it's not even a full corpse. It's kind of just the ankle bone and foot of a giant. Skeletal now, but the rest of the remains are not within sight.
Well, y'all, seems that whatever kind of came through here likes keeping things tidy.
You suspect this hallway is very dangerously trapped.
I will just inch forward and just... I mean, if there was a way that I could, like, take a 10 on searching for traps just to find anything, but...
Sure, make an investigation check.
Before he inches, she's gonna grab him
Okay.
and just hold him and look at him like, please, please, and cast inspiration.
Okay.
It's a D8, yeah?
Yeah.
That would be a total 14, but my passive is a 16.
Okay. I'll keep you with this. I'll take the passive. Pardon me, just a moment.
A lot of dice you're getting up there, buddy.
Only
I don't
two.
like it.
Only two at the moment. Okay.
Only 2,000.
Dude, come on. Don't say that. Don't give it away.
100d6 of damage.
The dumb thing is, I keep inching forward and lifting like I'm going to be able to see over his Zoom screen. Like, what you rolling there, Stone?
What you got there, buddy?
God, I'm an idiot. It's fine.
Hey, friend.
Tauroth, I would like you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Ten.
Okay. The as you inch forward, you're looking at the creases in the lines, and you're suspecting there is some pressure plate or trigger or trap, and you sort of actually get low, and you're noticing it. It looks as though it's designed for a large, like a giant, right? The maybe the dwarves could kind of move off and over it as it was running, as they were running, right? And so you're almost down on all fours. Apologies. Okay, I think we just lost Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you're kind of down on all fours, and you're feeling it, and you don't see it at first. You hear it in the first moment, and Saride and everybody else that is a little further back, you guys watch as from the ceiling a large tile spiked with metal rods comes crashing down. Not even at the speed of gravity, but you can see the metal mechanism behind it that is propelling it down further onto where Tauroth is. You try to roll out of the way, and it's going to be a chunk of damage. This is a deadly trap.
Thankfully, Evasion already has that on a fail anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. That is
And,
good point.
and since I technically didn't take a short rest, I should still have those 8 temporary hit points.
How long do they last? Do they last longer than an hour?
No, they don't.
Never mind me.
Okay. Ooh. 21 plus 37 is 58, reduced to 29. 29.
Ow.
Tauroth, you go rolling out of the way. Only by the bit of evasion does the plate that's holding those spikes just sort of scrape you along the shoulder and the back. You wince as you spin out of it. You feel your muscles tense, the blood pouring to the wound almost instantaneously. The crash that lands is thunderous, absolutely thunderous, and it begins to echo through the chamber. And as fast as that fell, it begins to lift back up.
That is one sensitive fucking trap. Jeez.
She's gonna run over and heal him and give me
I'm
just.
gonna wave her back first. Just no. And I'll just.
She ignores you, apparently.
I literally dive away from the trap.
Okay. Yeah. You seem to have been out of the trap distance, but you make sure that you are, which is a very smart moment. After the plate has reset, you guys hear this sound of stone scraping on stone as 2 horizontal pillars, like corkscrews, come spinning out and collide into each other. And as that retracts, a series of blades comes cutting its way up across the floor. This long hallway is now actively whirling with deadly crushy smashy bits.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Saride. That is why I said don't rush to me.
You really think I'm the one that set that one off, Butterfingers?
So,
18.
does it look like there's on the other side of the hallway? Is there like anything I can see to like shut it off? Maybe like a little handle.
What I will let you know is that throughout the entirety of this place, probably more than a little handle, but you have seen the defensive ways and the abilities to manipulate the traps that the dwarves set up in their presence. It just looks like nobody braved or made it across this particular hall.
How long is the
Oh,
hallway?
yeah.
You're gonna estimate because you can't see well, I'll go ahead and say there's gouts of fire at the far end that tell you it's 100 feet.
And how far up do all of these, not every single one of them, but is there a way to like perhaps fly through traps?
Some of them are able to be circumvented by flight, but most of the traps seem to be designed for giants specifically. Yeah, giants and dragons. So they do involve the roof in a wide variety of places. Like there are some metal blades, right, that come from the floor, and looks like maybe there's something on the ceiling, but you could sort of fly through that particular place. It does look like there is humanoid, medium creature-sized space between the traps for a dwarf or a humanoid to, once you have gotten past a trap, you can stop and then move to the next and move to the next. It's that section of the video game where you have to time your jump.
It's the whole thing. It's Galaxy Quest. Why did they even write this in here?
Yeah.
It has no purpose.
Exactly. It's there is one metal column that just has like a spinning little fire. It's actually like 8 little fireballs pieced together that is just slowly rotating.
It's the furnace in Diablo.
Yes, I realized as I started describing it, it sounded like the furnace in Diablo. What I was trying to describe was the original Mario Brothers, like fire time
The fire
thing,
bricks,
the
yeah.
fire bricks. I was trying to describe that, but then I heard myself and I was like, yeah, it's the furnace. So,
All right, so do we want to try to take these one at a time?
Looking at the map again, this was going down one hallway,
yes.
or both hallways.
So it's one hallway. Your choice is you travel down the hallway that forced the invading forces. This trap hallway essentially looks like a couple of them tried it, and the rest of them were like, nope, fuck that. We'll go fight the army instead. And it seems to have worked in that regard, right? So either you continue down the path towards the army, which are now skeletons and corpses and all of those things, most likely to be reanimated and ambush you in some way. You guys had pieced that together. Or you attempt to brave this dangerous trap hallway and circumvent that future fight.
Let's do the hallway.
Which one? There's 2.
I mean, the dangerous trap. Gouts of fire and spinning blades of death hallway.
So that you're voting for traps?
Yeah.
I'm personally better in a fight than I am dealing with attempting to dodge any of this.
Talrov?
I mean, if there's a way to disable some of those, sure, but even just looking at how the traps are set up, does it seem like there would be a way to disable them as we go, or?
As you go is going to be difficult. I will not say it is impossible, because of the scale of the traps, right? Because they are different than the traps you usually encounter, which are usually at doors or hallways. They're designed for humanoids. They were made by humanoids, right? These are traps designed for giants, made by dwarves and giants. So, it may not be a pressure plate specifically. It may not be like a tripwire that you can disable. But you may need to, like, normally a plate that smashes like that, you might try to jam it, right? To jam the mechanism to keep it from falling. Well, it's much harder to jam that mechanism. It's much harder to stick the spinning blade slots, the buzzsaw blade slots, when they are this size, right? So is it able to be disabled? Some of them, yes. It's going to be much harder than your normal things, and it's going to take skills and tools that are bigger than your thieves' tools.
And if we go down the trapped hallway, we have to make sure it's all untrapped before anyone can follow us.
Yes. Make me perception checks, everybody. Passive as a floor. Talroth, we've done yours. What we had the 22?
I had the 22 before, yes.
Okay. Let me get one from everybody else.
18.
Okay.
21.
Nice.
I rolled a natural 19. For once, I did okay.
Hey, nicely done. As a team with the fire, and it takes you guys a few minutes because they're on sort of irregular intervals, right? You guys do piece together that essentially two of you have to make it down the hallway because there are disables for the traps. They have to be enacted at the same time. It takes two people to shut them down.
I can get two of us down the hallway without touching anything.
I mean, if you want to, just bypass all the fun, yeah, I guess we could do that. Yeah.
I will say this though, if I do it, you don't give me any more shit about the fact that I dimension door to a fucking T-Rex again.
I'll give you 6 months. And then I'll only mention it once in the next 6 months.
I wonder how much bigger Thozen can get in 6 months.
Do we have a deal?
I think so. Can I make a check to see if dimensioning door down to the end is actually a good idea?
Make me a history check.
$23.
Okay. Looking at the hallways that the dwarves have made in the past, the dragons that they've faced do possess magic. So it is, you believe most likely, if you dimension door to the other end, you will be able to set off the hallway trap. However, the burst of magic as you come through on the far side will have a trap of its own. So you guys would have to avoid one trap as opposed to an entire hallway's worth. But you, Saride, would be one of them attempting to do so.
Yeah, but I'm like super strong and I have like so much armor, so. Oh my god, Olrud, you're here.
I'm back. What'd I miss?
Back, baby.
I'm back,
Absolutely
baby.
nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What'd you do?
Why is it? I didn't do shit. I may have fixed this problem. First of all, you're welcome. I hate you guys.
So, Olaroon, basically, one hallway is trapped to all hell, and the other leads to a fight against an undead army.
I
Yep.
think we have a better shot at against the undead army.
Do we have bludgeoning?
No, but we have smiting.
I'm just saying it didn't seem to do too well unless it was against the key of bonking.
I still have the key of bonking. Stitch gave it to me.
Okay, so one of us can bonk and the rest of us will just watch.
Because, well, it doesn't look like we'll be able to get through these traps, right? I don't think you don't have the time or the energy to take care of all of it by yourself, do you, Talroth?
Yeah, these traps are going to be a little too much for me. I mean,
Well, then,
For me, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, Sarai was about to suggest being able to potentially dimension door herself and someone else down there to turn them off.
There's probably going to be like a magic trap once we get down there, but it's one trap versus
All these traps.
all of them.
I figure the best way to get rid of all of them is quickly. I figure the best solution is to get rid of them as quickly as possible. So, do I know which direction the undead army is?
Yes, you see the hallway.
So, can I divine sense down the hallway and see what I can get? It's within 60 feet, so I don't know if it's.
It's not going to be enough at this point
Okay.
for 60 feet to. There's undead that way. That way there'll be undead.
Okay. I'd leave it to you. What's the decision? Are we going to dimension door?
I've said my vote, so haha, it's all y'all bitches now.
So, Ride, what is your vote?
I want a magic.
Magic trap.
I
Okay.
want useful bee.
Okay. Olaroon, what's your vote?
I'm of the vote to smite the undead.
Sirach?
Magic.
Magic. Talroth?
I'm going to look over to treasure because, yeah, this is one of those where in both instances, I'm actually not that useful.
So you're abstaining for now. Treasure?
I think we should put our faith in Sarai. Like, she's gonna take out a coin, flip it. Yep, let's put our faith in Sarai on this one.
That's not faith. That's rude.
That is faith. That is totally
I'm
faith.
wounded.
Listen, that means that whoever up there decided this should land on heads has faith in you. So I'm gonna believe in that one.
Okay. To Ride, who
Yeah.
who would you like to dimension door down this hallway with you?
So the traps that will be unarming at the not the magic one. I know that there's nothing really we can do about that.
Right. And
Maybe.
you don't know what that is.
Right. But the other one, do I think Talroth can handle it, or is it more of a just punch it? Because we don't have
there's
tools.
let's make it simple. There are a set of matching levers behind the columns on the far side. You have to pull them at the same time.
Okay. Who looks the healthiest? So not Talroth.
Olaroon or Sirach, I believe, are at full health. Treasure's
Yeah.
at full health now. Like, everybody healed up. So
All right, which one of you guys wants to go?
I'll go.
I
All right,
can
it'll be me and
change-
Olaroon.
Okay.
okay.
I'm gonna just lean over to Treasure and go, I'm really, really happy she chose Oliver, and I did not heal up at all during the short rest.
Did you not?
No,
You stupid bird. You got time.
no, I got really messed up a little bit ago with something that happened, and so like all of my hit dice got taken away, so I'm like slowly regaining them.
Ooh, okay, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Olaroon and Saride gather up close together, hand in hand. Saride begins to perform the spell Dimension Door, and in a flash of... what season are you in? Summer?
Oh, winter.
Winter. I was going off the eyeshadow, so I took a...
Yeah, no, this is strictly because it's the Ides of March.
Yeah, good times. So, in a flash of wintry blue and white light, your friends disappear. Saride and Olaroon, as you arrive on the far side of the chamber, the magical energy that is within each of you, actually, because you both possess spell slots, you feel begin to seep. I would like both of you to make spellcasting saving throws. So a saving throw based on your modifier for your spellcaster. So wisdom or charisma. You're both charisma. Apologies. So charisma for both.
Also, Saride, add 5.
Yeah.
So is it a charisma save?
It is a charisma saving throw.
Can I try to dispel magic before this happens?
No.
Well, fuck you. I'm sorry. Sorry, that just came out. I'm nervous.
18.
Natural 20 or 29 plus 5, 34.
Nicely done. Each of you feels for just a brief moment that your magical energies begin to seep through you. They begin to sort of rebel against your body. And as that energy starts to burn its way through your skin, you prepare to open your mouths in what is most likely going to be a terrifying scream of pain. And then you look towards each other, realizing you're suddenly alone. Each of you in a separate place. These walls look similar, look like the walls of the dwarven hall that you've been in, but they look much smaller, almost perhaps as though you were giants, or that this place was scaled down to be your exact size. I would like both of you to make me intelligence checks.
$19.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Both of you hear the heavy footsteps of some giant form that begins to chase you. And as the panic starts to set in, you both set about running, navigating this impossible maze for that's what it seems to be. And Olaroon, as you turn and round each of the corners, you find yourself only becoming more and more lost. The shadow of a great Baristro stalks you around every corner. Saride, you see the light of life and day up ahead, and as you come bursting back into reality, you look around, realizing Olaroon is not returned with you.
Can I make a check somehow to see if I know where he's gone?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
$10.
You do not. Olarum, make me another intelligence check.
Worse, that's a 6. Can I make a wisdom check?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so
What-
that's a 17.
Okay, what are you attempting to discern?
So, I am essentially. So this is going back to a lot of Olarun's motivation. He feels like he's been running from things far too much recently. And I was wondering, in the wisdom check was just to essentially see if he would keep running or if he would stop running.
Okay. Yeah.
From this Garistro. And so the 17 was essentially him choosing in this case to continue running to see if he can find an exit.
Okay. That sounds good. The rest of you guys watch as Saride arrived, and for the briefest moment, Saride and Olarun looked as though they were about to reel over in pain, each of them disappearing deep into the stone, and then Saride, almost as though she had stepped out of the walls of the hall itself, stumbles up and out. You, however, do have a friend. And in this moment,
Who's you?
Olarun. She's going to start to try to help you navigate the maze. Left, right, and she'll try to keep track of things for you. Olarun, you can make me one more intelligence saving throw, please.
Intelligence saving throw or check?
Check. Intelligence check.
Okay. Okay. 30, 20, and 19.
You have a -1 to your intelligence.
No, I have a 19 on the die plus 1.
Oh, okay, great. 20 is what you
30,
need.
20.
I
I only have a plus 1.
But still, that's what you needed. Olarun is going to emerge from the stone wall as well. You guys step out, realizing that spell that had set off, and the lines and the glyphs around the floor mirroring the maze that it had entrapped you in. You sort of piece together something of a delaying tactic for people that are strong enough to resist the mana burn of those spells.
How many levers are there?
2.
One on each side?
One on each side.
Pull the lever, Olarun!
Wrong lever! He just goes and just pulls it.
Yeah. Make me athletics checks, please.
Is this still within 10 minutes, or is 10 minutes already passed?
10 minutes has passed. You guys had
Okay.
a whole short rest, plus a jaunt,
Oh, you're right.
and a few more.
That's just 10.
I got you.
15!
Saride, 15 is what you need. Saride gets her whole body weight on top of the lever.
Feet are off the ground.
Yeah. And she's actually hooking her toes like in the little divots and kind of pulling, and Saride is able to, Olarun, with a bit of time, you're able to hold down the lever. The levers want to reset So you guys have to actually like stand there and hold them in place. But you successfully do so. And you begin, the traps close themselves off. The other three of you, are you prepared to brave the hallway?
Yep, and since I am the healthiest, I will try to go first.
Okay. Olaroon, was there something you wanted to say?
No,
Oh, okay.
that was just me scratching my
I
head.
got you. Yeah, you guys travel down the hallway. It is safe. Nicely done, guys. Nicely. That was going to be a very tricky skill challenge. Yes.
Yeah, just because I'm still a little paranoid, I'm just action dash, just all the way through.
Sure.
Just all the way through.
Yeah, booking it the whole way through. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Is there a way we can rig the levers with rope so that they stay down?
Yes.
So that the rest of the group can pass through?
Correct. Yes. Yes, you're able to. Sorry, I forgot about the rest of the group. That's why I had described it as such. But you guys are able to lock them in place. Or let me rephrase. You can message them so that you can help them get past the hallway while you're here.
I imagine, like, once Treasure and Thozen show up, they just sort of, like, hold it.
Yeah, and they're like,
Thank you.
Once the caravan has caught up with you guys, you continue making your way down through the halls. You know that you're traveling sort of further to the south as you inch your way west, and the hours stretch on. There are a few hallways of not similar traps, of traps, but not to the same massive extent, right? And it looks as though the closer you come towards the center of the stronghold, the more automated and less undead are the defenses, right? I would like all of you to make me survival checks.
$11.
Natural 20 for 23.
Ooh.
I love rocks!
So, Rock, what was that?
18.
Okay.
18.
17.
Okay. 23 is what you needed.
Hey!
Or 22, excuse me. 22 is what you needed.
I fucking love rocks, you guys!
Sarai discovered something within her that is a new passion.
We've been underground for too long. This is all I've seen for days.
It's the same day. You guys haven't had a long rest yet.
What is time?
It is the same day. But here's what happens. The hallways, as you guys have been mapping them, Sarai notices they actually have a mechanical trick to them. They are identical in this portion of the fortress, right? And similar to the maze, almost as though the maze spell was a herald or precursor or warning or indicator to these other dwarves. It Sarai's intense attention to the stones that lets her know you guys actually, the hallways rotate and move so that you've started to just travel through the same 3 hallways, almost in a circle. It is intended to sort of lock and keep you there. but you notice it. You do notice the pattern. I'd like you guys to make me investigation checks as you search these hallways for a way out.
Hey!
Soft 20.
Okay.
11.
Dirty 20.
19.
And Frozen Treasure?
Sorry about that. I had a little net skip, but 8.
8. Got it. My dirty 20s and 19, you're right there. I'm on board with it. You guys do notice that there is one of the columns, and most of the columns feature sort of reliefs of dwarves, sort of vignette, sort of. One of them looks as though it had been smashed and broken in the process. And you guys look over it, and it's actually 3 of them that are identical, right? As these hallways are moving and shifting underneath and between your feet. And you look around the back of this particular column and its base. And where the hand, you notice that the fingers on one of the statues, on one of the broken dwarven reliefs, points with 3 fingers to a place just behind it. Its arm pointed in reverse. And it initially looks as though it had been sort of broken and smashed, right? But you sort of realize it's intended to be there. And as you look back behind the statue, you notice that there is a dwarven number pad, a dwarven keypad. And you look at the rest of the dwarven statue. There are 3 fingers pointing towards the keypad, right? 1, 2, 3. And then the other hand sort of has this kind of thwip, slight motion, tucked behind its back, which you wouldn't have seen had you not been able to look back there. Do any of you speak Dwarven or read Dwarven?
I can.
Okay.
I cast Comprehend Languages and start Braille reading it.
Okay. Yeah, so it is a numbered keypad. However, it is... apologies. It is set in a dwarven beard pattern. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where 9 is in the center. So it's like a G.
Oh. That. Everyone.
Okay. So so one hand, the one that's pointing at the, is just like a 3-fingered kind of pointing at it.
Yep.
And there's the 4 is kind of like this, the one in the back.
Yep. Correct.
So Olward's gonna kind of just be like, do you think it's 3, 2, 2?
I mean, it's worth a shot.
No? Okay. Any other ideas? I'm gonna punch in 3, 2, 2.
So when you depress the 3, it sticks. It stays down.
Okay.
And when you press the 2, it sticks and stays down as well. But
Okay.
so you can't press the 2 a second time.
Interesting. Is there anything else around that looks like it might have some type of number pointed or like any type of...
You guys have searched pretty thoroughly through these hallways. You haven't noticed any other sort of finger symbols or counts You can take account of like the number of columns if you wanted to. You kind of glance down the hallway back and forth. You notice that there are 5 on one side and then 4 whole ones in this broken one on this side. There's 3 hallways that repeats the same column pattern. You can go and check this broken statue in the other hallways if you wanted to.
I'm gonna go ahead and check the broken statue.
Okay. So it takes you, I'm gonna say, an hour, right, as you make your way around checking the other statues, right? The 3 fingers remains consistent because it's always easily visible, right? The other 2 statues, however, his arm is pointed in front of him. But there is no keypad, there is no number pad, right? But you check the hand that is behind, and in each instance, his hand is closed in a fist.
Is there a 0 on the number pad at all?
No, the number pad goes from 1 to 9.
Anybody else got any ideas?
No, Megan's not smart enough for this, so Saride sure shit ain't.
The only other, so there's the 3, there's the 4 behind him, and then the only other options are the 3 across the, and then nothing. So.
And the 2?
Yeah, so 3 and 2 stuck. Right, so I think we might be on the right track, but I don't know.
What about 4?
I think that might be our only other option. I think it's the only one that makes sense.
Saride will push 4.
4 sticks.
And there wasn't another number that we had found?
0 and 3. There's, 5 hallways?
3 hallways.
3 hallway, was it 5 pillars? 4 pillars? There's
5 pillars
and 4.
and 4. Yeah. But none of those have fingers displayed.
But you said there was one that had a closed fist?
2 of them technically have closed fists.
Do you think it might be? You think
8.
it might be?
No.
You think it might be the rest of them combined 7?
The rest of them combined would be 9. 4, 3, and 2.
Oh, well, yeah. Sorry.
No worries.
Well,
How
yeah,
dare
so
you?
4, 3, and then 2. Yeah. So I guess I'll press 9.
9 clicks down and stays. You guys see those numbers begin to glow, and then a stone scraping sound as the
Back up!
as the statue begins to rotate, revealing a spiral staircase that descends down.
It worked! Holy crap, guys!
So did we accidentally get the right answer, or was
You got
add
it
them all
right.
up?
Yeah, you guys did it right.
How?
So you did 3, right? And then it is 2 and 4, right? And then the trick is if you push 7, that's a trap. But if you add the numbers that you actually pushed, 3, 4, and 2, it's 9.
There you go.
So that's
Oh!
yeah. It's a
This is me in math class. You got the answer right. I have no idea how, but thank you very much. Phenomenal.
no. I mean it's a yeah. It's because you're adding the fingers, right? So you added the 3 fingers. You can't press 2 twice, so you do 2 plus 2, which is 4, and then you add up what you've already depressed. So
I'm not gonna lie though, that 8 guess was kind of genius.
The 2 fists. It's an 8.
yeah.
Yeah.
When you did that, I was like, It's not, but I want it to be. Now I'm like, oh man, that's what I should have done.
Guessed it.
The other way you can get to 9 is if you add up these 3 times 3 is 9.
Oh, because there was. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Going to the spiral staircase. What can I see 60 feet down?
Ever-burning lanterns, ever-burning sconces sort of light up. It is, it looks like it's about 100-foot down spiral staircase. Walls are
Does
pretty...
it have a banister?
No.
I'll go ahead and start heading down.
Okay.
You serious? That's not OSHA compliant. This is how we die.
As you begin to travel down, are you guys going with him? Because the statue's going to start to reset if you don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, going with him.
But we're going to make sure that the people that we leave behind know what the code is.
Yes. You write them very clear instructions, and you write them very broad signs, so that as they're coming up, they realize, it's not the same hallway. You leave them all the clues. They are immediately behind you. Thank you for saying that out loud.
This is very difficult now, so you're going to want to pay attention. Don't think too much about it.
So, you guys descend the spiral staircase, the stone door at the bottom creaking as it slides open. You guys step into a grand hall. In the center of the hall, there is a raised platform. Comes up about 5-6 feet. Steps leading up to it. And you can see in the center of that platform a throne. You guys have made it to the central chamber. And that is where we are going to call it a night.
Now!
I know.
I'm
gonna
immediately going
loot.
stealth.
That's fine. Thank you guys so much for playing. I really hope you guys enjoyed tonight. It was a very good time. Thank you guys so much. We are going to be back on Wednesday with Through the Breach. Super excited about that. If you haven't seen that show, it's really cool. Check it out. It's a great system. Any other things you guys want to say before we say goodnight? All right, you guys are awesome. We love you. We're going to see you guys next time. But until then, be cool.